Welcome, welcome. This is Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And in today's video, we are going to do a cargo run. So last time we kind of talked about doing missions. This is not a mission. This is just something you can do in the game. You go pick up cargo from one place and sell it at another place. So I'm in my Starfare right now. It has pretty good cargo capacity. I'm probably not going to be filling it up with this first run. I have quite a few credits, and I would wait to do this run until you do have quite a few credits, because it's just not going to be as profitable unless you can really fill up a cargo hold, or fill it up fairly well. And actually, I also want to give credit to Dropzoneyyc. You can check out his video. He did the video over this cargo run, and it's very good, very informative. So I decided to check it out in game myself, and this is one of the results I had. So I hope you guys like this video. So we start at Hurston, and we're flying to Hurston's moon, Ariel. Ariel is... It's not a very habitable planet or moon. It's kind of nasty. It's got two bases there. You can go to either one. I usually choose the same one every time, but it doesn't really matter. You can go to either one. It's got several nice materials that you can get there, as you'll see when we get there. You'll look at the panel a little bit and see all the different ones. It's a very quick trip. I say that. The whole thing, the whole mission will last 25 to 40 minutes depending on all the stuff you do. So you can see where I'm going now. So you just have to wait to calibrate for the quantum jump. It seems to take a little longer in the Starfare. Starfare seems to be a little bit harder to fly than like the Caterpillar. Of course, this is the Gemini, so it's got more armor too, so that may make it a little more sluggish. Some nice scenery as we come into the little base there to pick up our load. And it takes a few seconds, a few minutes to get down to the surface. There's all sorts of other cargo runs you can do in the game. This was just a very good example of how to build up your bankroll quicker. And actually, you really do need to check out Dropzoneyyc's video. He goes into detail on how to get started when you don't have much in the way of money. He suggests that you go to Crusader L5. Pick up some scrap and take it to Lorville, and not Lorville, Levski, and sell it there until you build up a little bit of a nest egg. Once you get that nest egg in, then you can start making this run here. Luckily in this run, I do mostly Laranite. They just happen to have enough that I can make a decent profit off of it without going broke. And I actually do a run after this one that wasn't on video, and that run I didn't get very much Laranite. I think it was about 50,000 credits worth, and I had to fill up the rest of my cargo hold in the Caterpillar with titanium. but I made quite a bit off of that. That total earnings off of that run was around 83,000. So you can make some really good money with the right ship and enough investment funds. That's the best way to put it. So we get a little closer here so we can make our landing. You see we're about 5.5 minutes into the video. Obviously I skipped the part where I came up from the surface of Hurston. That can take a couple of minutes as well. And there's the pad. We're coming in at an angle, so we're going to have to even her out. And we touched down. A really good landing, which is completely different than what you'll see when I go into Hurston later. I'm just kind of panning the camera around to make sure that I'm down and I'm not stuck on anything. That can happen with these bigger ships. Usually you want to check before you get down. Otherwise you could suffer some damage to the ship itself. I was pretty confident in my ability to land there, so I didn't check it out much beforehand. Don't get too close to the ladder, guys. It'll grab a hold of you and try to make you climb it. So Starfarers, you kind of have to go around and about to get downstairs, to get to the back hatch, to get out of the ship. But I do love this ramp animation. The doors, I mean, it's just industrial. I like it. And I'm thinking, oh, I could press the door on the outside to close it. I'm going to do it inside and see if I can run for it. And sure enough, you have plenty of time to get out. Always close your doors. You never know when some Yahoo may sneak aboard and just make your day bad. So it's always good to get in the habit of closing your doors. I find with the lower gravity, it's more fun to jump and use your suit thrusters to push yourself forward. I was playing with my brother yesterday, and he was jumping around on the surface of the planet, and it looked like he was a good 30 feet in the air. I'm not sure if that was just a glitch to where my perspective showed that, because he said his perspective wasn't anything like that. So we go find our caterpillar, and we take some laranite. Now, never ever spend all your money. I could have there. I chose not to. For safety, you know, if something happens, the server glitches, you wreck, somebody shoots you, you could lose all your money in one run. So don't put all your eggs in one basket, as they say. Don't count all your chickens before they hatch, etc. Just make sure you don't use all your money on your cargo run. I can't tell you how many patches I've actually done that, and there was a server glitch, and I lost everything, and it's so frustrating. I mean, you honestly, a lot of people won't want to play until the next patch when they wipe everything and they start over with whatever money they started with. It's that frustrating. So don't spend all your money at one time on one cargo run. You know, I think on this run I left 50,000 in my bank, 100 or 50. You know, that's no small chunk of change, but at the same time, you know, when you have over 350,000, you know, I'm putting in 300,000 on one run, which is a lot. You'd hate to lose that. because then you're starting back over at 50, and it takes a while to build it back up. You know, you have to do quite a few of these runs to do that. So before I even get off the pad, I'm going to go ahead and plot my course back to Lorville on Hurston. You'll have to land there and then go to the business district. That's where you'll drop or that's where you'll sell your goods. So we're just taking off here. I like to lift off the pad and then pretty soon press my cruise control button with max speed and let it build up as I exit the atmosphere. Which Ariel has a kind of a short range on its atmosphere, so you can actually quantum pretty quickly after leaving the planet. So yeah, the scrap run is a good one for you people that are just starting out and don't have a lot of credits in the game. Go to Crusader L5. That's like a rest stop, you know, in the orbit around Crusader, or in the same orbit as Crusader, maybe I should say. And pick up scrap. You know, fill up as much as you can without spending all your money, and then take it to Delamar and Levski, and then sell your cargo there. And you can make that run a few times to build up a good nest egg. I've seen some suggestions of people taking some stuff from Levski back to Crusader L5 so that they can maximize their trips and get more bang for their buck. You know, as long as you're getting something like, you know, say you're spending 1 credit per unit and you can sell it for 1.5. I mean, you're making a profit. So you'll have to play with it and figure out all the different places that sell stuff and how much it sells it for. You could sell the illegal goods. There's definitely a few terminals that you can sell that at. The problem with doing that is the really good price margins that you make, they're only going to buy like 20 units at a time. It'll take you forever to sell off like a complete load on a Caterpillar. Forever. I mean, you'd sit there for hours trying to sell everything. So it's not profitable per minute, so to speak. I mean, if you can do this run in 25 to 40 minutes, you know, or even the scrap run every 30 to 40 minutes, you're going to build up money quicker than what you will by selling the illegal stuff. Now, that's just this version of the game in 3.7.1. That could all change, you know, with the next patch or update. So it just depends on, you know, what they decide to do with the economy. And I'm sure, like, at one point they had it where if you were selling too much at one place, that the price would come down. You know, they may institute that more in there as well because of supply and demand. Hey, we've already got a bunch of this, or like, you know, like I've got this Laranite. I'm gonna sell it at 31, I think, and I bought it at 27, something along those lines. So the more I would sell to Lorville, the less value it would have. So the next time I would show up, it wouldn't be worth as much. So that's something to keep an eye on. And there are actually some orgs out in the game that are going to track that kind of market fluctuation, or at least they say they are. So it'd be nice to see some sort of central hub that, you know, somebody's tracking all these price fluctuations so you know how much you're going to get for your cargo run. Especially if you're going to be running anything in the whole series, like the whole C's, whole D's, and whole E's. Of course, first of all, you're going to have a lot of investment capital to pick up cargo for those ships. But secondly, you're going to have to know what the price margins are in order to make a good profit off of that run. I mean, you can imagine a whole E, if you've got that thing fully laden, and you're even getting 1 extra credit off of each unit, you're going to make a ton of money. But you got to know where you can sell those goods to get the most bang for your buck, for your time as well. So something to keep in mind. You know, future iterations of the game will have the price fluctuations, and things won't be quite as simple as making this run every time. But in 3.7.1, this is a fantastic run to really build up your bank account. Yeah, I believe on my next run that I do in game, I'll probably be making at least 100K on the run. But we'll see. You know, it just depends again. You know, if there's any more Laranite. Like I said, the run after this one, there wasn't much in the way of Laranite for me to pick up, so I had to go with the titanium. And most of my profit probably came off of the Laranite, but since I had so much titanium, I was able to, you know, pick up a good 30% at least off of it as well. So this is not the most graceful landing. For some reason with this Gemini, I guess this is because it's so heavy and armored and everything else. It kept drifting forward on me. I could not, for the life of me, use my maneuvering thrusters to pull back. So here I'm just hoping and praying that I don't explode. I'm pulling back. I'm trying to rotate the ship a little bit. I'm doing whatever I can, and I'm also pressing in to try to auto land. And I finally will get auto land to work. But man, I was puckered. We'll say that I was puckered at this moment, because I did not want to lose all that money in that cargo. I didn't put all my money into it, but I did not want to have to start, you know, somewhat fresh again to build it back up. So it almost seems like cargo running is one of the most dangerous professions you can do in the game right now, or at least one of the most risky when it comes to your money. And a lot of people love doing the patrol or bounty missions. They feel like they can get a lot of money per hour, so to speak. And some people may be able to. You know, I don't know. I've done a few missions like that, but I feel like the cargo is more profitable if you have a big enough ship. For you guys who don't have Starfarers or even the Caterpillars, you know, you may want to do the bounty missions. I mean, if you have a Cutlass or a Freelancer, you may get some good money off of running scrap or maybe Laranite. It just depends. You know, you might have to play with it a little bit to see. You know, a lot of people don't have cargo type ships, so you know, it's better for them to do the bounty stuff. I, for one, in game plan on doing a little bit of everything. You know, I like honing my skills in every possible way. Of course, that probably means I won't be a master at anything. I'll just be, you know, good at most things. People who really hone in on certain skills like dogfighting, racing, or even like cargo running or whatever, they'll become masters at those professions. I want to be good at everything. I want to know how to do everything, and that way if I want to try something different in the game, I'll have that capability. So we're leaving the hangar area. We're going up to the Tisa spaceport here on Lorville. You see all these freeloaders in here. Hey, how's it going, dude? That guard's on alert. Don't want to be in front of his gun. There's the M50 that's going to get a rework here in a patch or two. All these guards are on alert. Somebody must have come through here with a crime stat. Did that once. Got shot down pretty quick. So now we have to go to the business district, and I want to show you that it's going to be the green line, not the red line or the blue line, so to speak. It's the commerce. So you'll see I'm showing you here that it's the green line that you want to take so that you can get to the business district. I don't know if that's going to change anytime, you know, the colors. I imagine it won't, but you know, they change things from time to time. I made it just in time to get on the train here. And we'll sit back, wait a few minutes. It's really like 45 seconds, I think. It tells you up top there. The trains move pretty quick in Lorville. Something to be thankful for, because you're going to go about 4.5 kilometers, I believe. Get to see the scenery outside. Sort of, anyways. You can sit in the seats if you want, or you can emote the sit. You can do that by pressing enter to pull up the comms and then slash sit. So I'm showing you how long or where we're going to stop next, and this will show you how long we have before we get there. And we'll be pulling in here in just a few seconds. It's amazing how big this city is and how much they've put into making it. Obviously, they don't have to make all areas traversable, but even the areas that they did make traversable are just massive. I mean, look at these golden statues. They're huge. And this is the big building that you see when you fly into Hurston, or that just overlooks the Lorville's whole horizon. It's massive. What I like here too is that they have a lot of these Hurston Dynamics guns on display here in a second. Remember to go left, because otherwise you'll be searching for terminals forever. But yeah, when you get in here, on the left there'll be a massive gun. On the right there'll be a massive gun. It's kind of cool that they have them encased like that. I'm not sure what size those are, but they're big. So we're going to the left. It's under transfers, which is a little weird that they named it transfers. I mean, you're transferring your cargo, but transfers seems more like something you would do, you know, if you're flying from one area to another, or traveling in the transit system from one area to another. So there's terminals on the left and the right in this area. I usually go to the ones on the left. And you'll click on the terminal and sell, and then I have to go to my Drake Pirate Caterpillar. And then I've got the Laranite, and I'm going to sell the whole load. And you can see I'm going to make a good profit off of it. You could try to buy stuff here, but there's not a whole lot to buy. It's just waste and scrap. But that's the cargo run. Probably the cargo run to do right now. As for the time and the investment, you get pretty good return on it. So that's the one I would do. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy. Give me a like, a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you guys out in the verse.